All right, what is up, guys? Wednesday, hump day, March the 10th, 2021. What is going on? Hope you are all doing well here on this Wednesday, middle of the week. Already see Phil Todd, your local sports talk. Caden, what is going on? Wednesday, March the 10th, 2021. Again, it is game day. Very excited to be chatting with you, I should say, here on this game day. South Carolina baseball obviously taking on the Citadel tonight. We got a lot to get into. 843-790-3377. That's going to be the number. Again, 843-790-3377. Let's go ahead and make sure those phone lines are open. They should be, yes. The phone lines are open, 843-790-3377. Guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Wednesday, March the 10th, 2021. And guys, before we get into everything, I want to tell you my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness and CJ Profit. Guys, CJ, the man behind it all, he's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. And the reason he's so good at what he does, again, is because he's been there, he's done that, he knows the struggle you're going through, right? He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And guys, like I said, CJ, he's been there. He's done that. He knows the struggles you're going through personally, physically, mentally, as far as getting your fitness journey going. He knows exactly what you are going through. That's why he's so good at what he does. Guys, the place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking in the door. You're probably just going to wish you did it sooner, guys. And get this, right now they offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. You're going to get your first month free. Again, if you've been looking to start your fitness journey, you're looking for a personal trainer, and you're in the Columbia area, Chapin area, of course, in the state of South Carolina, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't at least give Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina a look. Again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin. My good buddy CJ Profit, appreciate his love and his support, and obviously what he does for the community. So again, if you're in Columbia, if you're in Chapin, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, guys, what's going on? Wednesday, March the 10th. 2021. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. Okay. March the 10th, 2021. Very excited to be chatting with you guys. Travis Roel, what's up? Brandon Ward, Leonard Matthews, Elizabeth Ballard, what's going on? Scott, what's up? Brandon Ward asked, Chris, aren't you streaming the game tonight? So let's clarify real quick what is going on tonight. I am not, let me fix this sign, by the way. See the... There we go. Okay. Bombs away and chuck down. Okay. So let me clarify what's going down tonight. We are doing a watch along for the South Carolina Citadel baseball game tonight. Now, what that's going to mean is this. I'm going to go live at 5:45, say. It's going to be 5:45 when I will go live, okay? And basically, it's going to be just that. I'm going to be live, my live reaction, my live in-game, whatever. You know what I mean? My live banter, whatever you will, whatever you want to call it. I will not be streaming the actual game, the feed on this stream, because that's illegal. I cannot do that. They will literally shut down. YouTube will rip down the stream faster, just like that. So if you're tuning in here to actually watch like the feed of ESPN Plus, you're not going to see it because I'm not streaming it. I'm literally just going to be streaming myself, my reactions, my thoughts on everything live in game. I rearranged the studio. You guys probably noticed. For those who follow very closely, you probably noticed the podcast clip this morning. The video looked different. That is because I completely flipped the studio. So now I've got the couch facing the TV, because I was like, if I'm going to do stuff like this, I want to watch the game in the studio. It actually opened up this room a lot more, too. I don't know why I waited so long to do that, but it opened up this room a lot more. I'm going to put a desk back here and really try to make it like a office space and get the most out of the space in this room, because it's not a huge space, but we're making the most of it, like I said. But anyways, so we're going to do the watch along tonight. I'll probably start the stream at like 5:40. We'll go live at 5:45. First pitch is at 6 o'clock. Okay. But it's not going to be the game is not going to be on the stream. I just can't do it. You can't stream. I mean, because if that was the case, if I could do that, I'd just stream Longhorn Network all weekend for you guys. For people that need to watch the game, because I know nobody gets Longhorn Network. So, and if you guys have questions on that, I can definitely fill you in on how I'm doing it, how I'm going to get to watch, and something I think could benefit you guys as well. But again, 843-790-3377, guys. We're taking your questions, comments, calls. Your local sports talk says, what is your prediction for the game? On the podcast that dropped this morning, in episode 397 did drop this morning, by the way. I picked South Carolina to win 8-7. I think it's going to be like a close midweek game. I mean, it's really tough to predict baseball in general, but to predict midweek games. But I picked 8-7. I think Citadel will battle South Carolina, and I think Citadel's a good ball club. And listen, like I said, I'm buddies with Blake Cooper, and I know for a fact they're going to come out fired up, wanting to beat South Carolina. There's no question. They want to beat Carolina. So I think the Gamecocks will get the job done, but I would expect a close game for sure. So should be a fun game. Anytime we play the Citadel, it seems like it's a really fun game. Let's see. Eric Price says, before we get into baseball, tell me your score prediction for what is possibly the last game of basketball for the men tomorrow. Well, Eric, honestly, I don't have a score prediction yet, because tomorrow's show, I will break down and preview that Ole Miss game, and I will give my score prediction then. So I haven't sat down and thought about a score prediction, but I can tell you I'm picking Ole Miss to win. I mean, there's no question. I mean, I'm definitely picking Ole Miss to win, no doubt. RJ Kelly, what's up? Tyrell Campbell Sr., yes, the picture right here. ApexArtAndDesign.com. That is ApexArtAndDesign.com. My good friend Jeremy, we're actually going to we might run it today. Or maybe either today or Friday. We're going to run a giveaway, though, for one of these art pieces. If I can point at it. There. We're going to run a giveaway for one of those art pieces. I know we've been doing, kind of trying to increase the giveaways and give stuff away to fans and stuff like that. So going to do a giveaway for an art piece probably Friday, since there's less going on. Maybe tomorrow, heck, I don't know. But anyway, just be on the lookout for that. But ApexArtAndDesign.com. This dude's work is incredible. So Dusty803, Clemson seems to be hurting our strength of schedule early on. And then Trent Strickland says, how about Clemson getting smashed last night? Yeah. Listen, USC Upstate, first things first, they're a really high-quality ball club, and I know we're all getting our yucks in and getting our laughs in about Clemson and them not being as great as they'd like to be on the diamond, and laugh it off. I mean, get at them, needle them. They deserve it. But, Upstate's pretty good, and I don't know what the deal is with Clemson, man. I think this might be Monty Lee's last year. But, you love to see it. You love to see Clemson lose. It's a blast. John Gibbs says, as a former athlete, when you're playing the big boys, you want to kill them and most of the time play up to their level. The attitude is different playing USC versus Wofford. Yeah. No, so, yeah, it'll be a great baseball game tonight. I mean, again, I expect South Carolina to come out and take care of business. You got veterans that, that I think will lead the charge. I don't think South Carolina's going to sleep on the Citadel or anything stupid like that. But I think it'll be a good game. Yeah, for sure. So Justin Bell, is every win the basketball team had this season a good win, considering how the season was? I mean, I guess if you want to spin it into that, you can. I don't know, man. If you want to spin it that way, then be my guest. I'm really surprised, though, more people are not talking about what I talked about on the podcast this morning, which, again, if you did not know, if you didn't hear yesterday, I know I made an announcement saying that we were going to go from 5 shows a week to 2 shows a week. That is completely history. I within the span of 24 hours is all it took for me to change my mind. I was like, you know what? Nope, we can swing it. We're going to continue to do 5 shows a week. So podcast did drop this morning. Episode 397. Yes, I broke down the midweek baseball game and the game tonight against the Citadel, but I also talked about something that, again, I'm surprised we have not brought up yet, which is why I actually personally believe it would be in Frank Martin's best interest for him to retire or move on to a different position. And that is not me saying that I want to fire Frank Martin. That's not me saying that I want Frank Martin gone in any capacity. I'm literally removing myself from the USC fandom, thinking about it with no bias or as little bias as possible and saying, if I was Frank Martin, if I'm in the Martin camp right now, what's the best move for us? And I just really genuinely think at this point, guys, and there's reasons, obviously, in the podcast, I list them off, but there's reasons for it. I think about his health. I think about the trajectory of the program. I think about the fan approval rating and the university approval rating. Where does he stand with the fans in the university? And then I think about the expectations for next year and the minimum expectation that will inevitably be, you got to make the NCAA tournament or you're going to be fired. If I'm Martin, I'm not coming back. I know, listen, it's very easy for me to sit here and say that in this position. I'm not Frank Martin. I'm not in his camp. I'm not, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not in his shoes. But so I know he's a guy that he's a competitor and he's not just going to want to walk away and pick up his ball and go home. But at the same time, like I think it's at least something Frank Martin should consider. Like because again, the one that jumps out, I mean, I have a clip coming out later today regarding this, but the one that really jumps out to me, that like the number one reason why I think he should consider retiring or moving on to a different position is because of the attitude and the thought process of, hey, if we don't make the tournament next year, I will help him pack his bags. That's how most people feel. It feels like he's walking into a no-win situation next year. Like, and I hate to say it, but the reality of this program right now is that it's not a program that you can say that about. It's not a program that next year is just going to be a shoe-in for the tournament. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's just flat out not. There's nothing that tells you historically that we should, even under his leadership, we should make the tournament. Nothing. There's nothing that tells you that's going to happen. So if you're Frank Martin, why would you come back to that? Why would you come back to being on a scorching hot seat? Why would you do it? I just, and again, that's not me saying I don't want him to come back, but that's just taking biases out of it. Why would you do it? Seriously. If anybody else was in that position, why would you do it? So, again, that's just me, and we'll see what happens. I think he's going to come back, no question. I think Martin, again, is a competitor. I think he's also stubborn as hell, and I think he'll definitely come back. But I don't know. I really think it might be in his best interest to consider stepping down or retiring or whatever. So, whatever. We'll see. Let's see. Tyrell Campbell Sr., there was not much good about that men's basketball team this year. Not at all. Not at all. Forrest Noe says, I feel a dominating performance tonight, looking to gain momentum heading into Texas this weekend. I think it'll be a close game, but hey, I mean, I'd love to see us blow them out. I'd love to see it. Need a good outing from Josiah Seitler for sure. You got to have a good outing, get 3 or 4 good innings out of him, and then go Johnny Holstaff there. I think it's interesting, the Citadel, by the way, not revealing who they're starting. They said they are throwing staff, whatever that means, Blake Cooper. Whatever that means. Eric Price says, do you think the expectations are higher for the men since the women are continuously successful? I mean, I certainly think it has made people much more disgruntled about what men's basketball is doing, because you look at women's and it's like, why can't men do the same thing? Why, how can women figure it out and we can have such a great women's program, but we can't do anything on the men's side? So I think certainly it puts a little added pressure. John Gibbs, if he does come back and say we do make the NCAA tournament, make it to the second round or Sweet 16, how do you think the feeling around Gamecock Nation will be then? I think it'll be great. I think that's what everybody wants, right? I think that's what everybody wants. But, why am I missing all these calls? People are trying to call in, I think, but it's not going through. Nothing's on Do Not Disturb, so the calls should come in, no problem. So if you're trying to call in, just continue to call in. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, should be good. We're not on Do Not Disturb or anything, but I see these calls are being missed. Yeah, we're good. Okay, continue to call in. 843-790-3377. Lance, man, what's going on? We're crowing today, bud. We're crowing today for sure. Jack McFadden, this game won't be close. I attend the Citadel, and we aren't impressive. I mean, the record's not great For sure. The record's not great. I've seen that, but I don't know. I just always feel like the Citadel has a solid ball club, solid program. So maybe you're right, though. I don't know. Todd Smith, how are things going on the Manscaped sales? Thank you so much for asking, sir. And happy to update. We have hit 5 promo code conversions, so we're half the way there. For those of you who have bought something from Manscaped using promo code TSUS, thank you so much. I was also going to say, guys, again, we're halfway there. We have 5 promo code conversions, only 5 more to go, and it's March the 10th. So I feel pretty good about it. They've got like this. If you just literally want to support the Spurs Up Show and do me a solid, they literally have this shaving mat on the site. It's $3.99, and you can use the promo code. So I mean, for literally $3.18, you can support the business. So I mean, you don't have to go buy like the $60 trimmer if you don't want to. Although I mean, I'd suggest it if you need a trimmer. It's a great product, but yeah, I mean, they got stuff on there that's cheap too. Like I said, that shaving mat is like literally $4. So you can still go use the promo code and it still counts the same way. But again, thank you guys so much. Again, if you haven't done so, and if you didn't know, obviously we're doing our little bit of a trial run with Manscaped this month, trying to hit 10 promo code conversions. And if we do that, they're going to come on for a long-term paid partnership, which I obviously don't have to explain to you guys why that would be a big deal for the business. So manscaped.com. Use promo code TSUS, and it would really be doing me a huge, huge favor. So, again, I thank you guys so much for the love and support. And for those who have done that, like I said, if you do buy something, send me a DM. I'd love to send you a piece of merch. I mean, something. A thank you, because that obviously means the world to me. So, Trip Roche, his favorite Gamecock baseball uniform. I mean, I think you got to go with the Friday night pinstripes. That uniform's sick. I think the most underrated uni is the black hat and black jerseys. I think it's so fire. And then Yankee gray. I mean, I love Yankee gray. So Taylor T-Man Novager, do you think Citadel might win tonight? I mean, it's not like impossible. You know what I mean? I mean, it's baseball, right? Anybody can beat anybody. But I've got South going to win an 8-7. That was the score I picked. So. Donnie Cunningham. What's up, Don? I've always said with all sports, if you're going to suck, at least have an interesting product. Reason why Muschamp was so hard to watch now, Martin. I agree. You can be bad and the program not be dead. But right now, the program is bad and it's flatlined. I mean, that's just bottom line. That's how it feels. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's tough. It's tough. And like I said, I'm sure people will react some type of way when I put that clip out there later. But if people really stop and think about it critically, they'll hear what I'm saying in the sense of why I really think it's probably best for Martin if he just walked away. I just do. I mean, I really do. I think that might be the best option. So, Elizabeth Ballard says, my husband works at the Citadel and I want them to lose. Love that. P_Res23. Think Kingston tries someone else at short? That's a great question. You know, because at some point, I mean, listen, I love Georgie and I love Georgie. Think he's a plus glove, but at some point, man, you got to put somebody in there that can hit. And I'd love to see his bat come around. You know, I said before the season, if he could hit 270 for you, that'd be huge. But right now, what concerns me about George Khalil, it's not that he's slumping. Because listen, guys go through ups and downs. Guys slump. Guys get hot. Whatever. It's the fact that the at-bats are not competitive. And it's not like he's facing guys throwing 97. I mean, you're going up against these Mercer guys, and they're uncompetitive at-bats. So I don't really know what to think. I don't know when they start trying a guy like Michael Robinson or Satterfield, or do they move Wimmer to short? And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but, you know, at some point you got to hit. At some point you got to hit. So Eric Price says, I bought the Lawnmower 3.0 about a year ago. Ball's never been so smooth. Highly suggested anyone who doesn't have it. Yes, I agree. Trust me, bro. I agree. And it's got the flashlight. It's incredible. Mr. Metz, is Kip Balknight still around? I have no idea. I know he wasn't on the stream this past weekend. I'd expect he'll be back at some point. I think he'll be back at some point. Scott Stamey, who should we go after to replace Martin? Listen, I don't have the name off the top of my head, but there are guys out there. Like, there's no shortage of candidates who love an opportunity in the SEC. Taylor T-Man says, do you think Malone will see more playing time? Listen, Brennan Malone's not a guy you should give up on. I think he'll see his at-bats. I wouldn't be shocked if he's starting tonight. He's a guy that needs to continue to see at-bats because the potential's there, no question. John Gibbs, shortstop and catcher are the two positions you can afford a bad bat for defensively because those are your must-haves on the defensive side of the ball. Tonight would be a good time to try somebody else. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you, but there also just, again, comes a point where it's like, bro, you got to hit. I mean, we can't have a guy in the lineup that can't hit 200. You know what I mean? You just can't have it. You just can't do it. So, I think Kingston, those guys, they're going to try different guys. They're going to get the best 9 out there. So, Phil says, South Carolina lawmaker wants Carolina Court to be named for Dawn. Is it too soon to do it now? I'd probably wait till she won one more national title. I mean, just, is it too soon? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they did it, it wouldn't bother me. You know what I mean? It wouldn't necessarily bother me. But I don't know. I mean, whatever they want to do, I'm game for it. So, Elizabeth Ballard, is Clark catching tonight? I have no idea, to be honest. I'd have to ask one of my people. I'd assume. I don't know. That's a great question. Normally he does catch in the midweek, but Bergie only caught 2 or 3 games this weekend. So, I mean, they've got the option. PRES 23, I don't think having a good defensive shortstop is worth it if he can't touch 200. Yeah, again, and I like George Khalil, and I love what he does in the field, and I like his game. I really do. But, man, you got to hit. You just got to hit in college baseball, man. Bottom line. Samantha Webster, what's up? Just hanging out. Just hanging out here on a Wednesday. March the 10th, 2021. Like I said, great podcast dropped this morning, episode 397, talking about the midweek baseball game and also why I think Frank Martin should retire. So that might fire some people up. Not that I want to see him retire, not that I don't want to see him back in Columbia, but why I think when you think about it critically, it might be in his best interest for him to step down. I challenge you to listen to the podcast if you haven't. I challenge you, if you hear me say that and you get pissed off, listen to the podcast. Listen to the podcast. All right, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Joseph says, I don't care about him saying, let's see. So talking about Kip Balknight, here's the thing with Kip. A lot of times with announcers, they try to act so unbiased that they come off as biased to the other side. Kip Balknight's a Gamecock, bro. He's not biased. He doesn't like Clemson. Like, come on. Mr. Metz, Khalil reminds me of Bobby Haney. Great glove, but a weak bat. That's a great comparison. Savannah Webster, yes, the stream, the watch along is tonight, 5:45. We'll get this thing rolling. So really excited for it. John Gibbs, Kyle Anders is a perfect example of a catcher that was lights out defensively and didn't have the best bat, but better than Khalil. I agree with y'all, though. You got to hit at some point. Savannah Webster, why are we on Wednesday instead of Tuesday this week? Just random luck of the draw. Maybe it's something to do with Citadel's schedule or our schedule. I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of random. We're basically on Tuesday, I think, the rest of the season, though, from what I looked at it yesterday. But again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. Again, I can't believe, I love how the Daily Crow is so calm, so composed, have their emotions so in check, because I really thought I really thought coming to you guys and saying that I think Frank Martin should consider retiring or stepping away, I thought that would send people into a frenzy. I mean, I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. Am I crazy for saying that? Do you think I'm crazy? Because again, I really just thought people would lose their minds, but it seems like people are actually kind of on board with it. So I don't know. I just look at Martin and I think that it's again, I'm torn on it because like I don't want him to leave, but I think if you actually look at it critically, that there's a lot of reasons why he should consider it. There really, really are. Because again, the number one thing that jumps out, and again, you guys have probably heard, Phil has called into this show, and others have called in and said, if he doesn't make the tournament next year, I'll help him pack his bags. Well, like, bro, then he might as well pack his bags now. He might as well just pack them now. What's the point? What is the point? Because I know there's fans out there that want to hold out that 0.01% of optimism that he can get us back to like what we were with the Final Four. But like realistically, I mean, if that's the minimum goal for him to either come back or retire, like I think he'd be better served just saying, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no, I'm not coming back under that type of fire and under that type of scrutiny. So, but I don't think he'll do that. I don't think he'll do that. I think he definitely will come back. I do. I think he will come back, but I don't know. James Kendall says, I don't think you're crazy. I'd rather he left on his own terms than be forced out. Yeah. Because it's going to be a damn shame if we have to fire Frank Martin next year. It's just going to be a damn shame. It really is. It really is. A guy who's done so much good for the university and, all that. It just will be a damn shame if we have to fire him. So, and again, I hope he does come back. And I hope at this point next year, we're having a conversation about, what a great turnaround and yeah, we're just talking about what a great turnaround and we're this seed in the tournament. We're going to play this team and we're all booking our trips for the tournament, whatever. I hope that's the point we're at. But I can tell you this right now. Going into next season and going into the past 3 seasons, I've picked this program to get back to the tournament, right? Every year I've picked them to go to the tournament and they haven't done it. I'm not being duped again. There ain't no way. This program has pretty much established itself for what it is under Martin at this point. It's going to be a middle of the pack, 500 team, wins some it shouldn't, definitely loses a few it shouldn't, especially in the non-conference probably, and we'll find ourselves in this exact same situation, this exact same scenario. At some point, the excuses just have to stop, man. The excuses just have to stop. So I hate to say it, but here's something interesting. Chris Miller says, I feel like even if team doesn't make the tournament next year, Martin still won't be fired. And see, I disagree. And here's why I disagree. Because if that's the case, if he were to come back next year and miss the tournament and you didn't make a move, you're basically saying to your fan base, you're spitting on your fan base. You're saying to your fan base, we just don't care about winning. We don't care about basketball. We don't care about winning. Bottom line. I mean, how else can you justify it? You can't justify it any other way. So I just, there's going to have to be some sort of minimum expectation put in place. And if you don't make the tournament next year, I mean, listen, the fire Frank Martin crowd is going to be out. I mean, listen, I'm going to be one saying, hey, it's time to go a different direction. I mean, it just is. So I don't see any way if you miss a tournament, he would return. I don't see it at all. John Gibbs says, do you think his job will be saved if we made the finals of the NIT? That certainly would be an improvement, but it's NCAA or bust. I don't think it should. Now you're starting to get in the gray area, though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But at some point, like at what point do you put your foot down and say, we got to do something? We got to do something. We got to do something. Let's see. I'm not getting duped again, Joseph. You are absolutely right. Taylor T. Manager said every time you picked them to lose, they would win. Well, that was the case for a while until the end of the season when we were losing every single game. And I was picking us to lose. So, yeah. Donnie Cunningham, I think he gets a pass for last year almost as a tournament team, and the proverbial reset button was hit. Donnie, let me ask you this, though, or make this point. Because I've seen some people say that too. We were not a tournament team last year. Like, we were going to have to make a run in the SEC tournament just to make the NIT. Am I wrong there? Like, we were not a tournament team. We would have missed the tournament last year, 100%, unless we won the SEC tournament. And we were playing Arkansas in the first game. We were probably going to lose. So I don't buy that, bro. Like, I don't think we'd have made some magical run. Like, I don't see that. Travis Ford, tell me a Southeast school outside of Duke, UNC, UK, Blue Bloods that is a consistent winner. Prep basketball in the South is poor. I mean, I would say this, Travis. Is Alabama a blue blood? Is Tennessee a blue blood? Is Florida a blue blood? I mean, even Clemson is going to the tournament. Nobody's saying for us to be a consistent winner going to the tourney every year and doing anything crazy. But, dude, just like once every 3 or 4 years, that seems very doable. That seems very doable, I think. So, and honestly, if the administration at South Carolina would say, oh, no, that's not doable, once every 7 to 8 or once every 10 years, then let's just stop playing basketball, because what's the point? And Travis Ford says they win occasionally. I mean, do we? Even when you look back at the Martin tenure, I mean, I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter is you are judged on how many tournaments you make. That's just that, because that's what everybody's playing for. That's why you play the game. That's why you play. And then it really comes back to this. Since the Final Four, what have you done? Since the Final Four, what's the trajectory of the program? Since the Final Four, again, everybody loves to look back, and I respect that. Everybody wants to look back, and I get it. But give me some real reasons why we should be optimistic and positive about the future of the basketball program, because nobody can answer that question. Nobody can answer that question. Let's see. Joseph says, I know the chances are about 0.1%, but it's wild to me. We're already talking about the future and Frank Martin, but if somehow we won the SEC tournament, we're going dancing. Well, Joseph, that's because the chances are zero. They're literally zero. Negative 100. They're negative 100%. How about that? Travis Ford, no, just saying if you live in Indy and can go to Butler SC, where are you going? Dude, like I said, I totally get it. I totally get the challenges at South Carolina. I understand that. But again, there's no reason why this program can't go to the tournament once every 3 to 4 years. Why are we acting like that's such an unachievable goal? It's not like you got to be one of the best 5 teams in the country. 64 teams go. I mean, you don't have to be that great, do you? So I get the challenges, man. I get it. But if we keep using those as a crutch the entire history of the program, I mean, we're never going to win anything of substance. So, and John Gibbs says, stop basketball and invest more in football if we aren't going to have expectations. Making the tournament is the minimum or should be. And I totally agree with you. And I mean, obviously, we're speaking in a sense like we all know we're not going to shut down the basketball program. But it's just the point of like, man, there's nothing worse than watching a team and a program that has no expectations. That doesn't have real expectations. Put it that way. So, I don't know. I don't know. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Todd Smith says, not to change the subject, but do you think there's a chance you can get Shane Beamer on a Zoom call or interview before football season? Honestly, Todd, I have no idea. I'd love to. I'd obviously love to. The invite's there. And I'll say this with no disrespect to anybody. You see some of the shows he's gone on, you see some of the outlets he's appeared on, and it's a damn shame that we can't get him on this one. I mean, it's just a flat out damn shame. And so whatever, it is what it is. USC. And again, for those that don't know, I'll tell you guys, USC has it set up in a way where they say they limit all interviews, stuff like that with Beamer, with anybody who's affiliated with USC, to credentialed media members. I mean, basically, they just want to keep independent outlets out. So, but, if they don't want, they don't want to allow Shane Beamer to talk to arguably the biggest voice in Gamecock sports, then that's totally fine. It is what it is, man. We'll continue to have the former players on and talk with them. And obviously, it's nothing but love for Coach Beamer and the staff and everything. But, USC is just anal. They just are, bro. They're sensitive. They're anal. It is what it is. So it's all good. Chris Miller, the biggest question I have is this: how do you establish a standard and expectation at this point? You got to find a way to do it. Tradition starts somewhere. It does. Tradition starts somewhere, man. USC Insider says USC doesn't like you anyway about the Fire Muschamp. I don't totally agree. I don't think USC dislikes me or anything. I think there were people in the Muschamp camp that didn't. Justin King, most notably. I know for a fact Justin King is not a big fan of mine, and he said things about me and to me that where I won't repeat on these airwaves. I know Justin King's not a huge fan, and he was Will Muschamp's right-hand guy and his butt buddy, if you will. But it is what it is, man. People got up in their feelings and got whatever about Muschamp, and we it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all love, man. Like I said, I'm friends and have relationships with actually a good number of the current staff members on the football staff. So feel really good about the place that I'm in right now in regards to, the relationship with USC. And I don't think USC has any problem with me, dude. It's we're all good, man. We're all just South kind of content creators out here, just trying to put good content out in the world and spread the good news, good word that is South Carolina. So, I mean, obviously, man, I'm a fan first and foremost. So it's nothing but love from me to USC. So, but yeah, I mean, if you guys really want to know, it's really, I think the only person at USC that really dislikes me is Justin King. He's the reason. So Justin King actually is the one that controls the Gamecock football Twitter account and Instagram account. So like, he's the one that blocked me. So, I mean, if y'all really want to know, and I'm not trying to put him on blast, but I don't know why this would be, it's not like it's some secret, But Justin King is the guy behind the Gamecock football account and the Gamecock Instagram, or the Gamecock football Instagram. And yeah, so you guys really want to know. Yep. I don't know what the deal is with King. I mean, I love his work too. I hope he keeps up the great work, obviously, but whatever. It is what it is. So Elizabeth Bauer, did you wear your credentials lanyard to the baseball game? One of them I did. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah, that was just messing around, whatever. Todd Smith, yeah, he was on an Oklahoma podcast a few days ago. Yeah, he's gone on some OU shows. He's gone on some shows that have like 50 subscribers. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's no knock on those guys, but I'd love the opportunity to chat with him, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen. So, I don't know that it will happen. Let's see. Carolina Ranger says, Chris, why can't South Carolina win in football? Well, they had the wrong guy at head coach for the last 5 years. That was the first problem. Listen, it's all about recruiting, man. You got to get the players. It's about the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's. And hopefully Coach Beamer's that guy. Of course, you need to build a culture and all those things we talked about. But now you got to go get the ball players. You got to get the ball players, bottom line. So, Travis Ford, bigger point. Martin was a winner prior to here. Horn was a winner. Odom was a winner. Their programs continued on after they left. Look at Crean at Georgia. He was killing it at Marquette. Did he forget how to coach? UGA got no money for basketball. Okay, so I'd ask you, Travis, like, what's the point you're trying to make? Because I'm not really 100% following you. No, I don't think the question with Frank is he a bad basketball coach? I think the question with Frank is, does his system and his coaching style still work? Do kids want to play for him? Because recruiting is the biggest issue. I don't think anybody would sit there and say recruiting is not the biggest issue, because it is. It's the biggest issue. So, that's my thing, is just the recruiting side of things, getting the players and then getting them to pan out on campus. So I don't think Martin's an easy guy to play for. I don't think his style is and the way he approaches his players and talks to his players is the easiest to do things. And I saw someone comment this on Instagram, and I'm just going to say this: if you feel this way, respect your opinion, but I just think it's the totally wrong way to look at it and perceive things. Is someone was complaining about the players and, the players are soft. They're this, they're that, blame the players, put the blame on the players. And am I saying the players should be completely excused for what happened this season? No, I'm not. But you can't fire the players. You can't. You can get new players in recruiting, but you can't just get rid of players. You can get a new coach, though. And so, it just, I get, it gets so old to me, people saying, the players are soft. It's this generation. Well, guess what, guys? It's 2021, and this generation is who's playing basketball. So you can either coach this generation or you can't. And if you can't, go get somebody else who can. Bottom line, dude. Kids don't want to be treated like they're in the military while they're at Carolina. They don't. They don't want to be belittled and talked down to and embarrassed mid-game. Most of them don't. So it's like I said before, coaches like Dabo and Beamer, those are the ones that win. Coaches like Martin and Muschamp do not. So again, you can continue to bitch and moan and complain about the younger generation and how they're soft and we did it back in my day this way. You can keep doing that all the way to the unemployment line, because Things are changed. You either have to evolve, you either evolve or die. Bottom line. So you can't keep coaching the same way. You just can't do it. And it annoys me too when I see Martin get on his damn high horse about, dealing with people in a society of self-entitlement. And like, Martin, shut up and go coach the players. Stop complaining. Stop whining. Control what you can control. It's 2021 and today's athlete is not the same. They're just not. So you can either complain and bitch and moan and take a victim mentality. Oh, it's not my fault. It's a new generation. Or you can evolve. You can adapt. You can learn from these people. Learn how to deal with them. And make the most of it and go from there. Like, I just, him playing the victim card is so weak, dude. So weak. So weak. So Taylor T. Manager says, bro, recruiting is not the problem. It's the attitude of the team. Who controls the attitude of the team? The damn head coach, bro. Bottom line. USC Sports, first pitch for the Citadel, 6 o'clock. We'll go live at 5:45 for the watch-along show if you want to tune into that. Travis Ford and McGuire was killing it. Xavier Butler, Nova, etc. were not an issue. We have to make a living outside of SC. That's tough sledding. Well, again, I agree with you. There are other schools that are not blue bloods that are making it happen. Alabama is a good example. So, Courtney Washington, what's going on? USC Sports has calmed down. I mean, just talking, man. I mean, just talking. The way I look at it, man, I guess if I didn't have a business that centered around USC, I wouldn't care quite as much. But like, if I'm going to have to sit down and watch this team play for 2.5 hours, at least let the product be good. Like, I'm literally probably not even going to record the podcast tomorrow night until like 11:30 because of this damn basketball game. Give me a reason to stay up. Give me a reason to watch the basketball game. So, yeah, Coach Sell says when a head coach is to justify his program, it's usually not a good sign. Yeah, I mean, this feels eerily similar to the end of the Muschamp era where you're having to say, oh, look what we've done. Look at this, but like it definitely feels that way. Definitely does. So, I don't know. Chris, it's Robbie Davis. I believe that's the way Martin coaches. Just does not work anymore. I respect him, but I feel the way that he coaches just does not work anymore. And you also have to think a lot about these kids are very far away from home. And all they really want is like a father figure, and that's the feeling I get. Love your show. Go Gamecocks, beat Citadel. Robbie, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the text as always. I just think the question is, does his style still work? USC Sports, football recruiting is actually good with 21 players. If they count on transfers, it is even more than Clemson, 19, not counting the stars. Well, the stars are pretty important. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Appreciate you guys tuning in here on this Wednesday. Got a lot going on here on a Wednesday. Obviously, game day. Gamecocks taking on the Citadel tonight at 6 o'clock. First pitch at 6. We'll be doing the live watch along, guys. 5:45, we'll go live. Again, I'll have the game on in the studio, and you guys will see me and get my live reactions and everything else. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm very much so looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys, everybody that's going to tune in. I know you guys will be tuned in and, first one ever. So it should be a lot of fun. But again, we'll go live at 5:45 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And, we'll kind of go from there. So, but first pitch at 6 o'clock, South Gun and the Citadel on ESPN Plus. Let's see. How about JBJ in the Brewers uniform? Love to see it. Guys, again, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Christopher Miller, kind of off topic, but have you heard any updates of the new NCAA 21 football game? No, I have not. I have no clue. So hopefully it comes out soon, though. Oh, here we go. Hunter Jacobs, is USC Upstate Baseball the second best team in South Carolina? It is Carolina. That's no question. I'm saying is Upstate the second best. I think they could definitely make an argument for that. Hell, they're undefeated right now. So that, good ball club. They're a really good ball club. So I think schools like Coastal, College of Charleston, they might give them a run for their money, but no, I think Upstate, man, you got to respect what they've done, man. Undefeated for sure. Baron Gaston, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, this Diamondbacks cap, the little spring training edition. Love this hat for sure. It's like a dry fit too. It's the same material my Braves hat was yesterday. USC Insider says Carolina, Upstate, Coastal, and then Clemson. Love that. I love us taking jabs at the Tigers. They deserve every bit of it. That's for damn sure. They deserve every bit of it. He said, you have the Braves hat I had. Yeah, that Braves hat's sick. MLB opening day coming soon, man. Fired up for tonight, too. I'm really fired up for it. Fired up for tonight, fired up for this weekend. It's going to be a blast. This weekend's going to be a blast, and that Texas series is going to be incredible. So that Texas series is going to be absolutely incredible. Elizabeth Ballard says potato is falling off. Yeah, Potato is down and out right now. We need to get Potato on to ask him about that USC Upstate game. Yeah, Potato is hurting. Down bad, as they say. Let's see. Potato merch. What would you want it to say? What would you want Potato merch to say? CJ Curry, hey, sorry I'm late. Good afternoon, Gamecock Nation. CJ, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in, my dude. Appreciate it. USC Sports, last time we saw Potato, he was a sprout. Travis Russell says he's fried and gone. Bye, Potato. Yes, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes indeed. Again, guys, we got about a little bit over 5 minutes left. Again, thank you guys so much for the love and support on the Manscaped front. We already have 5 promo code conversions, and we haven't even been promoting it for a week. So really appreciate you guys in that regard. Really, really appreciate that. Really, seriously, man. It's huge for the business, obviously, and we get to 10 promo code conversions. They're going to jump on in a long-term paid partnership. And again, I don't have to explain to you guys why that's a big deal for the Spurs Up Show to partner up with a national brand, and a great brand too. Like I love the Manscaped stuff, dude. After we had Manscaped on last year, I've used their products since. Their products are dope. So, really excited to have them back on, and it felt like a perfect marriage. And again, if you haven't done so and you want to support the business, go to manscaped.com, use promo code TSUS when you check out. Again, it's going to help the business out exponentially. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Travis Real, fried potato like a burnt potato. I've actually got a potato I need to bake downstairs. John Gibbs, have a Mr. Potato Head shouting, "Go Gamecocks" with both scores. Soon 3 for the sweep on his belly. Yeah. We loved it. We love to pick at the potato. Mashed taters. Mashed taters indeed. Again, guys, quick reminder, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 397, breaking down tonight's game in Charleston against the Citadel. And also, my thoughts on Frank Martin, a topic that is sure to start a lot of conversation, and that is why I think if you look at it critically, why I think it might be, and I think it is, in Frank Martin's best interest to consider retiring and or moving on. So check that out for sure. Episode 397, like I said, it dropped this morning. Baron Gaston, the series this weekend will be on Longhorn Network. So if you guys want to know a little secret, a little life hack, I'm going to tell you how to watch the series this weekend because I know that nobody has Longhorn Network, and you don't get Longhorn Network with ESPN Plus. If you want to watch Longhorn Network and watch it for free, I might add, this is what I'm going to be doing. Friday morning, start a trial on Sling TV. They have a 3-day free trial going on right now. 3-day free trial. So you think to yourself, that time span works perfectly. Go to Sling, start that 3-day trial. Sunday, as soon as the last game ends, cancel it. Boom. You've watched all 3 games. You canceled it out. You're not paying for Sling. That's going to be the way to go. That's what I'm doing. So, SEC Football 2, what is going on? Go Gamecocks, beat the Bulldogs and the Longhorns this weekend. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, why not beat the Rebels tomorrow? I know we have basically no chance, but you know, if we're going to stay up till 11 o'clock, 11:30 and watch this basketball team play, you might as well win. You might as well win. So, why not? Why not? Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. We got a couple minutes left. SEC Football 2 says, hell, beat everyone. Yeah, exactly. That's the mentality. Just beat South. Remember when they made the shirts? South Carolina versus all y'all. That's how it feels. Just beat everybody. To hell with them all. To hell with them all, man. Travis Roll says, I have Longhorn Network, but I live out in OKC now, but I'm actually headed to SC this weekend, so I'll have to watch and listen to it on my phone. Yeah, like I said, man, the Sling thing, that's the most convenient. You know, heck, I had to pay for ESPN Plus to watch the freaking game tonight. So that Longhorn Network stuff, yes, it's stupid. We all know, we all agree, but I'm certainly not going to not watch the game. I can tell you that much. So, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Matty P. Matt Paquin in the building. What is going on, Matty P? Great to hear from you, my guy. How's the old working life treating you? Don't be a stranger. Give your guy a call sometime. SEC Football 2 says, hoping they can pull it off. Would love to see the Court Cox surprise us in the tournament. Yeah, I'd love to see it too. It's not going to happen, but I'd love to see it too. Courtney Washington, I got Roku, the game, the free. What do you, all right, I don't know what you're trying to say there. Because I have Roku TV, or I have my TV's a Roku TV, but it didn't give me ESPN Plus or Longhorn Network for free. Yeah, Matty P, good stuff, man. I don't know if you ever tune into one of these, but we go live noon to 1, Monday through Friday. So also doing, like I said, quick reminder, guys, before we get out of here, watch along tonight, the first ever one. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Like I said, the way it's going to set up, the scenario is this. I'm not going to be streaming the game on here. I'm going to be watching the game, and you guys are going to see my live reactions, and we'll have live feedback and live thoughts and all that good stuff. Everything that comes with that. We'll go live at 5:45. First pitch is at 6. And like I said, we'll see how it goes. I expect it to be a lot of fun. Also, again, quick reminder, episode 397 of the podcast dropped this morning. So be sure to check that out, breaking down tonight's game against the Citadel and my thoughts on Frank Martin, his future at South Carolina, all that good stuff. Matty P says, work, my guy. Thank God. I love it. Hey, love to hear that, man. Love to hear. Glad you're doing well. H-Man 9-8. Last question. If the baseball team can win at least 2 of the 3 next series, you'll know they are the real deal. Yeah, with Texas, Vandy, Florida, if you win 2 out of the 3 next series, we got something. We got something for damn sure. Hey, guys, been a great Wednesday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, watch along tonight. We'll go live at 5:45. Do not miss it. Going to be a lot of fun. Daily Crow, normal, noon to 1, returning tomorrow. But watch along tonight, 5:45, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you tonight. Thanks so much.